What's up, people? You ready for another wild Title Tuesday ride? Well, I hope so. And yeah, it should be fun. We're in with our first game, and we're playing Margarita again. I think we played Margarita a couple of weeks ago. So we managed to win that game in Jabava, London, with the white pieces. But let's see if we can start strong with the black pieces. And I'm always I don't know, it takes me a while to warm up, so I've got my caffeine hit in, coffee, plenty of coffee, and let's see if we can have some fun games. So we're trying out the Sicilian, and I generally don't like playing against this move. Great, but it's alright. Okay, let's play the main line. We attack the queen, and now we win the bishop pair. We've got to take with a bishop here. I've tried taking with a pawn, it doesn't work out well. And the reason I don't like playing this line so much is, again, it's quite a rare line. I mean, playing against rare lines, your opponent knows them quite well, and you can often go wrong. And this is the main sort of idea in this variation. Now, I'm pretty sure I castle here. This is all pretty standard stuff. And now I want to move the queen and go for some b5 idea. Now, if I go here, is knight here a problem? I can take go queen over here. I don't think it should be, because I've always got ideas with this. Now, my opponent can always take here and take this pawn. Instead, my opponent builds up in a very standard way. And now I really want to play b5 here, but should I be putting a rook on d8 first? I'm going to put a rook here just to guard this pawn and maybe prepare against e5. And now I really want to play b5. And when I really want to do something, I normally end up doing it. So I'm not even going to calculate this. This will make my opponent think. And the point is, if my opponent takes it, which she does immediately, I'm going to try this move. And she's playing very, very quickly here. But surely I have some decent compensation and threats now with the idea of just playing a6 and of course just winning the knight here. Now you've got to always watch out for e5. Worst case scenario, I can take on b5, but we'll play a6. But against this move, okay, well, she's playing very quickly, and I don't really understand what she's doing here, because surely I've just snug a piece now. And okay, there's some vague threats against my king, but I don't think it should be too worrying. Okay, but we've got to remain focused. And again, this move is something to always watch out for. And I think I'm just going to move my bishop back now. And I'm just trying to remain concentrated here. And maybe the last move was a little bit unnecessary, but can I now take here? My bishop will be on pre in the end. Or do we even just guard my bishop here? I'm just going to guard my bishop. And again, I just want to watch my clock a little bit. And the point for this is I'm probably now threatening this, and I can take... Oh no, because then f6 at the end. But then I have queen takes b3. It's a little bit sharp. I maybe could have calculated that a little bit better. And okay, so she's aiming for this pawn. And I am piece up. I'm just going to move quicker now, play a bit more natural. I don't feel I'm moving very naturally. I'm under a little bit of pressure in this position. My opponent's still coming at me with some ideas, which I haven't quite managed to get out of this rather tense situation. And she's trying to swing this around now. I'm not playing this very well. I mean, I've played a lot of just nothing moves here. I don't know why I'm nervous. Here she takes. I just want to defend up. Okay. Let's put the rook on f7. Got to obviously be careful here because of some threats here. And I've got to move a bit quicker now. Let's centralize the queen. And can I now try and make some exchanges? Obviously material up. I want to make some exchanges. Dropping this one as well now. My opponent doesn't want that. She's playing, I feel, a little bit too quickly even. Okay, that pawn is dropping, but... Ah, this is alright now. My opponent playing very quickly there, but I think she could have caused me some more trouble there. I was actually a little bit nervous because, well, as you could have probably told there, but when there was some stuff going on my king side, yeah, things were looking a little bit scary for me there, and well, I shouldn't be nervous in this position anymore. But I've still got to put the ball in the back of the net. Not sure why I went there. Let's just take a pawn or something simple. Bring my pieces in and keep playing quickly here. Get the queen back to that good square in the center of the board. Bring my knight around to a better square. Attacking this one as well. This knight holds everything off. She can't move her queen. She can't move her rook now. And I'm just going to make sure I don't fall for any back rank. She's kind of in Zugzwang even in this position. And now I can just pick up the rook. One of many ways to win. Okay, well, in the end, that kind of worked out all right. But, I mean, I'm a little bit nervy. A little bit of a nervy start, but fuck it, we won. Woohoo. Good, good. So, we'll just have a little look at the game review and just see how nervy it was in the end. So, 81%. It kind of felt around that one. And it did look like I was... You can see I did hold it together pretty well. Maybe I let things slip a little bit here because my opponent can now, as I say, should have won a pawn and should only be 2 pawns for the piece then. But she played a little bit too quickly, I feel. She wasn't really thinking. She was just playing natural moves, and I know you do that, but maybe more in bullet than in chess. So that seemed to be her main problem. And it seems like she missed one chance quite early on. So where was that? After b5. Okay. Now, if we go and have a look at the analysis here, b5 seemed quite logical to me, and it actually won me a piece in the end. And a long time ago at the British Championships, I remember playing a similar idea to b5 against Lawrence Trent in the same opening, and I got a very good position there, even though I ended up losing. And if you look at the computer evaluation here, it doesn't actually seem to appreciate what was said on the other one. And I think it's actually a very good practical move. Yeah, you lose a pawn, but who cares if you lose a bloody pawn if you're opening up a line to checkmate on. And again, my opponent could have dealt with this much better. And the thing is, it's okay to play quickly, but in critical moments in a game of chess, you should slow down. And this was clearly quite critical here because I'm clearly got an open line. And my opponent had to find something like knight here. But already I'm doing all right here. And already I've got one file to attack along. But this way should have been a piece up compared to the game. And we might have had something like this occur when I was hoping to, well, you know, maybe I can even use this one to like prime an attack over there. But obviously she's got an extra piece. So a little bit of a lesson, really. I mean, like, yeah, it's all right moving quickly, and you shouldn't take long on every move. But even in blitz chess, you know, don't play instantaneously all the time. If it's a critical position, which it was actually around here, because she's really just lost after rook b8. As soon as she played this move quickly, rook b8, she's lost here because she can't move her knight because it's checkmate. You need to try and use your time very cleverly in chess, and this goes especially for over-the-board competitions. Right, anyway, I haven't had my coffee yet, so let's get some of this down my chugger, eh? Let's chug on the coffee. I do love coffee, but caffeine messes with my brain. I struggle to sleep anyway, just always have done, which is annoying. And coffee, yeah, coffee certainly doesn't help that. So yeah, anyway, the candidates, we can have a little chat about that. Well, not really a chat, because chat is generally a two-way conversation, but this is me talking to a screen. So does that dignify the variational qualification of a chat? And I'm still talking rubbish, I don't know. And well, let's talk about it. So I was most impressed with Prague's game, where he played a very risky Schliemann opening and won. And that's good, because I've got a bet on Prague to win. He's the only bet I had, because I got like 16 to 1 on him, which I thought was amazing odds. Worth a punt. And obviously being impressed with Nepo. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Well, I've also brought out this guy, very, very strong player, obviously. And someone I've never heard of, Dry Galoff. Well, let's dry him out here. And I'm going to play my latest chessball course, which is the Modern Reti. And this is a very interesting opening where we try to use the power of bits over here. So again, I'm just talking a little bit slowly, because obviously he's a very strong player. I'm going to stop his knight coming in here, and I'm gonna go for some brutal attack like this, I feel, with h4. I could also bring my bishop here, but let's try and go for checkmate on h7. Could lead to a very fun game. My opponent, very quick player. They are these youngsters, bloody youngsters, eh? And he wants to play e4, so we should now get this knight to the square. Control this one. And h6, I don't have to worry about him taking, but what am I actually playing there? Am I putting the bishop here? Am I castling queenside here? Castling queenside looks like a lot of fun. But then maybe this one is weak. Or do we just centralize our bits, or develop our bishop decisions here? Does bishop here really work? Or, I mean, this one looks the most logical. So let's do this, just so we're playing on the light squares, so let's use those light squares. I'm not sure where my bishop wants to go. d3 seems like an option. I could have also taken on d5 there, but then pawn takes, not sure how to throw up. Maybe bishop c4 was a bit more aggressive. And okay, so my opponent has decided to grab here. And many different ways I can recapture here. Even pawn takes doesn't look stupid to me, and then play c4. I'm going to go for this one. Maybe a more controversial choice. And just come back. And I am always kind of trying to castle this way, so my opponent is stopping that now. Now I could flick in a check here, or I could play c4, and c4 seems more natural. Let's open up this bishop, just trying to wonder which bishop I wanted to use there. And my opponent trying to stop me from castling over on that side of the board. And what do we do with this one? Do we go here? But then I'm going to play it over to here, I think, if I get a chance. And again, how are we playing this position? I do really want to castle here, but this is a good setup that my opponent has started. Now maybe here and take on e5. Should we go for that one? Let's try that and try to grab a central pawn if we can. And if my opponent moves that bishop backwards, then I can get my other bishop to a good square, or I can castle. So my opponent has grabbed that pawn, but I've now grabbed the central pawn. Okay, and I didn't actually see that one was on pre, so that was a little bit annoying, I have to admit. But I've got a nice central pawn there, so maybe some compensation here. Is it some compensation? Not sure. Opponent playing well at this moment in time. I'm just going to shore up. So yeah, so maybe I just don't have enough compensation for this pawn. So the Modern Reti is an opening I have played, but I haven't got, I must admit, as much experience with this opening as I have with a number of other openings. And it takes a while of playing something to really, be very comfortable comfortable in it, and that's maybe something I need to do more. I need to play this opening a bit more to get comfortable playing it. My opponent's a very quick player as well, so I'd love to get a piece in there like this, and you know, the king side, I mean, I know I'm pawn down, but it's not horrendous. It's the best I can say, because there are ways of getting in, but I'm certainly worse. I just missed that little a pawn. Maybe I shouldn't have gone a3. We'll have a look at this afterwards, because when we're playing a sort of newish opening, and I say newish, I'd play this opening and be much more confident over the board. But when I'm playing it in blitz chess, it's, oh no, do we try to survive this ending? It's going to be a bit grim, isn't it? The other one is coming here. I'm going to try to survive this ending. Let's just see if we can survive it. And yeah, I mean, I was saying this opening, I'll be much more confident playing over board because I haven't got as much experience with it, and a longer time limit I'd be more comfortable playing. Now, I was trying to work out whether this ending was completely lost for me, and the likelihood is it might be, because having a rook behind a passed pawn is extremely problematic. Now, my opponent's king is coming in here, so it could well be, and my time situation is not great, but here, sorry, I've just got to calculate, obviously, and this is probably just very bad, isn't it? King d4, maybe I'm just losing. Yeah, and wow, that was a nice idea from my opponent. Look at that, and I can't stop this one. Wow, very nice idea. Okay, well played from my opponent. Just outplayed me there, really, and very good play, and quick as well. That was the problem. Very, very quick play. Good percentage there. We can see earlier on. So I did have one chance where I'm doing very well, and I apparently, I can just take the pawn on e5 here. So yeah, I mean, it's so easy when you look at it afterwards, isn't it? You look at it afterwards, you're like, oh my god, so easy. I can just win a pawn. You know, this is a big blunder, and I'm not even paying attention because I'm concentrating on one plan against h7. But that's fucking annoying. You know, just again, a bit rusty. Concentrating on one idea. So let's just go a little bit further. Okay, so we lost the game. We still can get a good score. Let's not get too downbeat. Talking to myself as usual, and let's just have a look at this opening. So it's been a while since I did this chessboard course now, so I do very much have a lot of faith in this system though for white, because you get these lovely ideas here, and you've got a nice central pawn as well. Now this all seemed normal. I'm not going to criticize myself here, but do I need to play a3? Because that actually became a little bit of a weakness. Do I even need to stop knight here? Because as soon as the knight goes here, I'll just come back. So maybe I don't. Maybe I should be playing on the light squares already. But okay, this is not a big blunder, but now's my big mistake. Take the knight, take the pawn. I play h4, and I mean, h4 nearly always a good move, and it's supporting my knight there, but it didn't really ever help me out, that move, did it? If I'm going to play like this, I feel like maybe I should be putting my bishop on this square, play something along those lines, but of course taking here is key. So let's have a look, h4, and how do I continue here? Well, I played the computer's top move, but I don't think pawn takes pawn is a worry because my queen is coming into h7, so other options here. Well, the more aggressive option is actually moving the other knight there. That looks like a much better way to play. Also, bishop c4, just developing a piece, and with this move, again, I have a lot of choices, but I didn't pick the computer's top choice, but I didn't think it was a terrible idea. And this was very clever to stop me castling because of the a-pawn. My a-pawn was always an issue. So around about here it's still even. Not any big problems. And it's a little bit tricky to decide where my king goes though, because if I go queenside I drop this pawn, and now that I've played h4, if I go kingside that pawn is actually a target, so it's, yeah, not ideal this actually. And here c5 was a mistake because I just drop a3, so again just very basic miscalculations here. This coffee's going to start kicking in like a mad juice soon. So I had to just play a normal move here. Like, yeah, I just try to hold things up. And did I get any chances after this one? The ending, my opponent played very well. Yeah, it looks very tough here. I'm just going to have a look at this graph again. The ending... Rook d1 is actually a mistake here. Wow, okay. Yeah, it's really actually quite... And from this point on, it is just seems like a clean pawn. So that was just, you know, a couple of bad miscalculations. First of all, I could have won a pawn. I missed it. And number two, I forgot about this quite basic move, bishop takes a3, even though I've been talking about it quite a lot. And even here, I can play this position much better. Rook a4 is a much better move, isn't it? Trying to just centralise, take over the open file. That is, yeah, and this g3 move, again, it's just a bit too safe. Okay, right, well, we'll come back. We lost one game, so... I'd love to get to 4 out of 5. I mean, that was sort of my aim in my head beforehand, because I often lose the second game early on and make life very difficult for myself. So let's see if we can now, again, wake up a bit more. We'll play the old Sicilione. I always play this little line, knight to c6, which I expect is slightly dubious. Now, this is not... Oh, I mean, everyone's bloody playing this against me now. Everyone's playing... Well, what's up with people? They're all playing this line against me. Is he listening to my, like, private video, which I haven't... Is he going to go queen here now? Okay, I'm just going to do the same shit. It's strange, isn't it, how everyone's doing this? Okay, well, I'm going to do the same again. It worked quite well. Do I have to worry about him taking here? I feel the answer is probably no. What I mean by that is taking here and taking here. And it's a very similar idea to the last game. Now, can I go b5 and takes, queen b7? Well, I'm going to do this again. And my opponent spent no time at all. He's moving so quickly, but okay. Now, he's got to do something because I'm threatening his pawn. Is this another situation of my opponent moving too quickly here? He's not thinking about my idea. Very strange. I don't know if I can take that pawn because there's tactics coming here, but it makes him think because he can't put his knight on a logical square now, and at least I've accelerated some action against his king now. The normal idea would get a pawn there and open it up with b3. So, okay, so here he's going to take there with check, so I'll take this one. And again, this renews some idea of that. Where does his knight go? That's what I'm thinking. Does he have to come forwards? But then after takes queen anywhere, I don't see his tactic there. And if his knight goes backwards, I just take here. So he's played very quickly into... But, I mean, you've got to look at your opponent's ideas. And I don't see what he's going to play now. If he takes here, maybe he has to do this and then move his knight. Well, I've got a very good bishop. I'm not going to open up my king. And after this move, we have options. I could grab that pawn in the middle, and I'm leaning towards that because it's a nice central pawn. And I've got this lovely bishop for the rest of the game. I think I'm going to grab this pawn. Why not? It doesn't open up lines towards my king, and it is a central pawn. Now, do we grab another pawn and allow ideas of this? That would be quite risky. And I don't mind taking risks. But after knight here, queen g5 is the only reason I'm going to play that. I hope I'm not missing a tactic. Attacking that, I mean, it's quite risky doing that. I don't need to do that. But where else do I put my queen? Come over here. This knight's quite annoying coming in. And I could come back. Okay, I mean, maybe I should just grab this one. A computer would say this is correct, but I'm not a computer. Knight here. I'd love to get the queens off. Just calculating this again. Okay, let's be brave. Let's grab it. Now, maybe rook g1 is also a move. I mean, this move... He has played rook g1. And I'm only worried about this knight coming in, so I'm just going to try to control this knight. This bishop is a great defender. He can't take here because of rook b8. If he takes here, okay, well then I've got like rook d8. So I think he should have put his knight there last move. That was what I was more worried about. So I don't see how his knights can join in the attack now. I'm probably going to play a move like g6 and bishop g7, and then I've shored up my 2-pawn advantage. But of course, it's blitz chess. I've taken a lot of time to get to this situation, so rook g1 just didn't seem right. Okay, he gets a line against my king, but if he can't bring the knight in, then it's no good. Okay, so he's going for this move. This is clear. And then he wants to bring the knight in here. Now, against that, do I have this? I have some move like queen here as well. I even have bishop here now. Bishop here takes, queen c1. Okay, there's no point going mad, is there? And against this move, does this really work? Okay, let's see. So I'm going to play this. It's still a bit scary. Now again, he can grab this pawn, but I get a very useful open file. I'm 2 pawns up, so I don't mind giving 1 pawn back. Okay, I didn't really look at this move. And again, I'm being very careful, or trying to be here, but I've just forgot. Yeah, this is actually, I haven't played this well. This g6, see, this is the problem. Even when you win a pawn, it can get very scary, and my time. Obviously, he takes my bishop. I'm happy. I should be defending there. Should be. But he's got moves like one of these ones coming in. Now, queen here. You can swing over as well, but giving up my queen, I don't really believe, so yeah, okay. Playing with fire here. Knight here, queen f4. Got 22 seconds. This is my weakness, defending. Even when I'm pawns up, defending. Don't enjoy it. Now, queen here. He's got knight here, fuck. He's got rook here, fucking hell. Oh no, take his knight. Jesus. Rook, I thought that was just winning. Rook g4, queen takes knight f6. No, what are you doing? Does it? Okay, yeah, this kind of makes sense. It's gotten really trying to defend because he had knight f6 winning my queen. Attack c2. Rook c4 as a backup. This is quite nice. What a nice checkmate. Again, a bit nervy there, right? I mean, like, very careful calculation there, because those 2 pawns are actually completely irrelevant to the result of the game, and that's often the case. Often having a 2-pawn advantage, it's like, it doesn't come down to the material. It just comes down to those pawns help you control some extra squares and crap like that. I don't like being pawns. I'd much rather be pawns down. And he came up with some nice ideas, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was something that he had there that could have caused me even more trouble. But we won, so we're on 2 out of 3. Honk, honk. Put out of your pipe and smoke it, son. And look at that accuracy. That's more like it. 91.3. So actually, I did control it very well after that. Even though it was quite nervy, it looks like I played well. He missed an opportunity after b4. Wow. And again, this is where my opponent's playing quickly. And this I'm not sure about, this chess.com malarkey. I mean, this coach is fucking crap, yeah? I mean, I think it might be Danny Wrench or someone. I mean, don't want to be coached by Danny Wrench. This is the stuff of nightmares. Is that supposed to be Danny Wrench, the coach? I mean, that literally, I'd wake up in a cold sweat if Danny was giving me advice. And the same goes here. B4 is not a mistake. I don't care what it says. Even if I lose a pawn, again, I've got an open file. Coach, go and learn some lessons, please. Don't coach me. So let's have a look anyway. Why it says B4 is a mistake. This one where Danny's not putting his big mouth into things is probably going to speak differently. But the computer now gives knight here as the best move. Makes sense because he's trying to win here, but I'm never worried about this kind of stuff. I mean, let's say I take, and funnily enough, he can grab this pawn. So, okay, I'll play queen c5, and then knight takes d6. And if I take here with the idea of taking the bishop, he will play bishop takes f6. This seems like a really risky line for white to play, but maybe it's working. I mean, he's got to think about rook d8 here as well, but then e5 should be safe enough, right? And if bishop here, let's have a look at this. He's got to take on f6, and now bishop e7 has given us Stockfish's top move. And this is, it says it's about even, which I can believe. And the point being, let's say after this we're a pawn down, but again, these pawns, they don't matter so much. It's all about attacking the king on opposite side, and this has given me some tempo. Again, one of these two ideas is going to be nice. I've got open lines for my rooks, and my queen can be a bit of a nuisance trying to grab pawns over here at the right moment. But all in all, that looks like my opponent's one chance. And the way the game actually went, grabbing on e4, not the computer's top choice. To be honest, if I played this position again, I probably would play a move like rook c8, because I prefer attacking to defending, and I think taking this pawn is safe, but I do give him some tempo to attack. It's not really my style. I think it would be much more fun to just go for all-in attack, and I should have a great attack here. So I've got a great bishop, open c line, pawn on b4. So grabbing this pawn, it's okay. But I would in future, if I had that position again, not bother. Okay, we've got another tough game now, and I wanted to get to 4 out of 5. I'm going to go back to d4, just because I know these lines better. I've been playing it all my life. And we need to win this game. Again, another player over 3,000 I've never heard of, which is crazy. And that looks like Spain. And we're going to go for the Tromposki. So this is a big game. We're going into a Torre now. If I can win this, I'm on 3 out of 4. And that is a big score. So full concentration needed. I'm trying to grab this pawn, but okay. I mean, I'd probably just go here. And I don't need to gambit that pawn. There seems to be no reason. I'm just concentrating on my development for now. Very safe, solid position this. The standard idea is to castle and go knight e5. And I'm a little bit confused by my opponent's moves. Okay, now this seems much more logical, coming to cause me some problems. But my bishop can switch back there, so let's just castle, keep the development up. You can go g5, interesting idea. But I'm all up for him opening his king up. And now this is kind of intriguing, but we'll keep it sensible. And he's got the 2 bishops, but his king still needs to find some safety. Maybe I should be now sacking a pawn and opening things up with a move like this, but maybe also no reason to do such a move. Seems very interesting. And if he castles, very tempting, very tempting. I'm going to try this just because I'm going to go with my. Maybe I was going with my gut feeling that I'm castled, he's not. I want to open up the position. If he castles this way, is a little bit weak. I'm basically sacking a pawn. After that last bloody game, I've been grabbing pawns all over the shop. I don't want any more bloody pawns. I've had enough pawns. Have some pawns, have some pawns back. It's not just give. Take some pawns. Have them. Okay, so he's castled. That seems quite sensible. And now I think I'm going to take here and play knight b3. And I thought this was reasonably okay. If he goes here, I can go knight back. And again, he's just got some weaknesses over on the king side. This is what I'm banking on. Now, this one is certainly an option, but bishop here, knight b5. I want to get on this diagonal, but not so easy to achieve. Knight here, bishop here is why I'm hesitating, because that is kind of annoying. This, you know, maybe I made the wrong decision, but it wouldn't be the first time in my life, would it? Because how do I play this now? Bishop here, okay. I mean, this is consistent, trying to get the queen into h7. It's not going to be checkmate there. Very hard to checkmate bishop there, but I'm building a little bit of an attack. And if he goes knight here, at least he comes away from my pawn. He does exchange off this bishop, which is a little bit frustrating, but I've got knight there, and maybe I'll come this way. So this is still a very interesting position. Obviously, okay, so I think I should be doing this now. Maybe my bishop can come here. So something like, aha. Okay, didn't see that one. Can I go here? Well, otherwise I'm losing material, so I don't have much of a choice. Feels like something is hanging here, but I can't see what. Everything's holding together. I say that with I'm not sure. Okay, now this diagonal is beautiful, but maybe I need to come here. Then takes and takes here. Where does my knight go? Can it go this way? Okay, I'm going to go here, but it just feels like something's slightly hanging in my position. I'm trying to keep that bishop, and I want to go knight f3 next move, but just something's a little bit loose. Maybe for both of us. You know? Queen d2 is a good next move, isn't it? Attack that knight. Okay, so he's now had to go defensive. So he will come back with that knight, trying to find a better future. And he's coming back to attack this one. Got to defend my knight there. So we'll get the rook behind it, because he was threatening some tactic where knight takes pawn. And very tense game, this one. A very tense game. Do I have sacrifice with this one? Okay, he's trying to exchange off. Very interesting move there. Okay, let's see where this goes. Let's see. Is this his idea? Or is it just to take here? It's to take here. Now, pushing pawn. Maybe. That pawn's weak anyway. Okay. Have I just walked into losing this pawn? Rook e4 I thought and check, but then king h7. How is that? Maybe that's okay for me. Maybe that is okay, because the queen c2 check. f5 takes, queen takes, knight e6. And I can take on f5. So if he takes here, I've got rook e8. Maybe this is working. If he goes here, obviously I'd take there. Didn't see this. And okay, do we come here now? Then he's got a check on the back. Go, oh fuck. Again, tactics are storming around. Okay, I'm just going to swappies because I have no time. For me, I have no time. We all know how slow I can be. Just trying to trap my knight. God, I'm slow, aren't I? Go here. Oh god, I didn't have much time there, did I? I? 'Cause, 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 Fuck. Just a time thing. I can't handle that extra time pressure. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I was doing alright there as well, you know, and probably missed some great chances, but just can't handle that when I get short of time. Fuck. So I'm 50% again, okay. I really want to get my 8 points again. And I always get to the score, 2 out of 4. This is like my score, right? 2 out of 4. This is what I always start on, which is not a great start, but I've got to, I need those warm-up games, and I felt like I played all right there, except right at the end. And yeah, you can see that it was a very sort of level-ish game. Well, actually, I'm just worse, but at the end, I just look at that major blunder at this moment, and I needed to just get my rook behind, and with 5 seconds I'm just playing a move very fuck off, Danny, look at him, smug old bloody whatever wrench computer is. I mean, why do you want someone as soon as you lose a game to come at you and say, yes, you played a very competitive game, your opponent found some good moves in the ending. I don't care, I lost, go away. And right, let's go back and I'll go look at some quick remotes. I think everything was going all right. I'm sure it won't like the c4 move, and I probably shouldn't be playing c4. So this seems to be the first critical moment, playing this wild move to try and open up the position. And I've got quite a stable position. I mean, like something like queen e2, very normal, or as the computer says, rook here, trying to bring this knight around with an equalish game. But my opponent's king is slightly weakened because the pawn on g5 is what I'm be arguing about. This knight's not doing anything, so I actually like rook e1, because then the knight can come here, and then maybe it can come to e3, to g4, something like this. This is logical. So c4 was a bit of a wild move, but the position got interesting, and I realised that c4 probably wasn't a good move at this moment. My opponent played some very good moves here. He played aggressively, and this is where it felt dodgy to me. And my opponent continues to play good moves, but as soon as he played this passive move, I felt like, yeah, okay, I'm doing all right again here. And I figured actually that I was doing pretty well at this point, but that is not necessarily true. Feeling very confident around here, rook e4, but he found this great move, rook d5. Had he not found this move, then it feels like my d-pawn should be okay, but that's also, I'm a little bit optimistic here. My point behind this move is if he goes queen takes here, I play rook here, check. He can't take my rook because I take the queen, win the queen. And if he goes here, I actually wasn't going to play this. Obviously, I just played rook takes d8. God, that simple tactic. The way my brain's working, I saw another good line. Hopefully I'd see rook takes d8 in the actual game, but I was going to go queen check. He has to go f5, and then I was going to go rook takes here, and I saw that I had this one, which with a knight and queen looks incredibly good for me. I'm amazed that I'm only half a pawn up here, because my king is very safe there. It feels like I should be more than half a pawn up in this position, but okay, can't do that. And I played queen b1, and this is where I'm getting very short on time. Queen e1 may be a better option, but this ending, it's a little bit worse for me because I've got the knight versus the bishop, and my knight is a short range piece, so the bishop can control that, and his bishop did start controlling that. I now want to get my knight out to d6 and back into a safer square, but he played a very good move to basically put a force field around my knight here. And I used the pin, and we both moved our king into the game here. This is where I'm dangerously short of time, and in this position g4 seems correct, but maybe I shouldn't be complicating. I should just be taking this one, because if he tries to take my knight, then his bishop's on pre. This is the point of my play, but this also seemed quite interesting. And this rook ending, I nearly lost on time there. Should of course be a draw because my rook is so active, but I just didn't have the time to play it. And my big blunder, well, I'm playing quite good chess here. I should take that pawn with check, but I'm freaking out because I've got no time. King e3 is just as good. And this position, well, there's no worries here at all for me. and I'm just basically causing him as many problems as I can. But this is where I really flaffed up. This move is okay because I force his pawn to a weakened square. But now, of course, I should just play rook h8, and then my draw is so easy because I can just, even though with 5 seconds I don't have to do anything, I take the pawn and I just shuffle around. King g2, a big blunder, time induced, and now I have to go here, and he's let it slip again with a draw. If I didn't have this pawn, it would be stalemate because I could do this. So this is what was going through my head. So for example, rook g8 check, I can just check him. Is that why it's a draw? So king here, check, king here, and just take the pawn. Okay, yeah, again, simple draw. Not finding it in my time situation. Muppet. And my brain is actually thinking check here, and as I said, this move. But because this pawn is still on the board, he can take here and it's not stalemate. And I even thought around here I should be okay, but no, rook f1 check is obviously just a complete killer. I forgot about that one. I should try to keep checking him here, make it a little bit tricky for him. But then his king can always come over here where he can hide behind the a-pawn with checks, and my rook can't check him there because the a-pawn's in the way. And obviously it's lost now. So a couple of errors there. The opening was fine, but c4 was a little bit too wild. This move, interesting, but I shouldn't be. This is a very nice pawn formation. I should just be playing more normal chess with something like rook e1. Just play a game there. Don't fully believe in the other computer's top moves. I don't like b4 because it gives me this weakness here. I don't see why I should be playing b4. Maybe it's interesting, but it feels better to do something with this knight. Put the knight on f1. Because then also, if you imagine he castles, let's just say he does castle, let's say we get this kind of thing, playing some moves, I don't know, let's say he plays something. This idea is a lot safer because I got this pawn now. This pawn is very useful. Unlike the game where he could play knight b4, he can't play knight b4 here. So when I put my queen, he's always got to think about me putting the queen there. He's going to have to play f5 to blunt out this diagonal. But now, as the computer again shows, at some point I can hit this square. And we can start getting some very exciting attacking ideas going with this. Okay, so we've got another GM now. We need to win this one, definitely, to get to 3 out of 5. So it's amazing how many Grandmasters I've never heard of, you know. And this is another one. Okay, well, the Sicilians, what we picked earlier on to play, so let's stick with that. We've won all our games of black and lost all our games of white. And this is an old variation. You don't take the pawn because of queen a4 check. And this is an old variation, actually, which I know because it was played by Michael Basman, someone who was the maverick in the chess world. And the standard idea, I think, is the fianchetto and try to stop this idea of playing d4 for as long as possible, maybe a rook c8. So I'm going to, first of all, just continue very normal development. And now that d4 is threatened, let's line up against the queen, because now d4, it stops d4. I want to make it a bit hard for my opponent to get 2 pawns here. If he does that now, I take there. Now he has to take the knight, and now we should have a very decent dragon, because it's like the same structure. He hasn't achieved his goal, but I've got a lot of tempo here, and I can even play, and I'm going to do this. I mean, by bringing a pawn to the center. Pawns in the center of the board are good. a5 looks normal. Start a minority attack. And now, obviously, I need to pause a little bit and just think. Let's go rook b8. The rook's not doing anything there, so let's line it up. That knight could be loose for a start. His knight takes e4, a little tactic here. Queen takes, take on b2. Seems to work. Let's play it. Because the knight is loose. I seem to be sharpening up now a little bit. Oh, fuck. He's got that one. As soon as I say I seem to be sharpening up, I make a fucking blunder. Oh, Jesus. I just missed he had this move. And now Yeah, fuck, basically, it is all I can say to that. There's not really anything else. Now I'm going to lose the exchange. Oh, fuck you. This help? See, here Charlie's getting up as well. Oh, this is pretty uncomfortable, right? Because... Okay, we're going to have to play the exchange down. And I just missed this idea. And now he's the exchange up. So... that was unfortunate. I'm going to go and check on the cat after this game. I don't want to move that knight away, so I'm going to have to start playing some moves maybe I don't want to play, but I'm already exchanged down. It's not what I want, but it's not completely tragic. There's still at least play in this position. It's not completely like I've seen more tragic. I mean, if you've watched my games, you've clearly seen more tragic. You know, because I got 3 pawns in the centre, and I thought I had 1 pawn for the exchange. I don't, so it's pretty bloody tragic here. But knight e5 could be. No, I want to go to c4 that knight, don't I? Because if I come in here, he can liquidate into a very nice position. But okay, let's just keep putting on the pressure here. It's not completely tragic. 3 pawns in the centre. Keep telling yourself that it might actually be true, Simon. That's like manifestation, right? You keep telling yourself something and it might become true even though it's clearly not. This idea, yeah, well, there's another one for the books. Another shit idea. But I you know, he's thinking, which is good. I don't know why he's not playing. Okay, now we will come in here quickly. Is he going bishop f4? Well, maybe. Bishop f4 is a good move. Yeah, okay. Now if I move the queen, where I don't know. Here, queen here. That's a bit annoying. Rook here. This move I didn't really trust because my rook is so good on b8, but I suddenly got very worried about him coming here and just trying to win my knight. And there was a little tactical trick there as well, which I set up. Now this is kind of like playable, right? This position. Where do I put my queen? Here. Target. Maybe I can switch this around to hit that target. I want to play rook f3, but rook e3 put me off that idea. Do I switch this bishop around? Is that a good square? I mean, I guess it's an okay square for my bishop, but e5 is also a good square. But at least here I'm targeting, and I'm holding this one up. So, okay, I mean, now do we come in? Yeah, okay. Looks like a nice square for my rook. And I want to start using my 8 pawns over here. Queen b3, try to grab that one possibility. I'm watching out for this move. This is the kind of thing I don't want to allow his queen to suddenly come in with violence. So let's try to play h6 even, just to stop that. Okay, interesting move from my opponent. Love to play here, but okay, rook here at the right moment. Let's go here, because if he goes rook d1, I've got rook d3. And again, targeting those pawns. As I said, his queen comes in, but I don't see what the threat is at the moment here. Queen. That doesn't mean I know what I'm doing either. Let's stop his queen coming to this square. I'm threatening queen f3 check. Queen f3 check is a tactical idea. Obviously he spots it. Looking like he's making good progress here. Am I dropping my bishop somehow? He's got to be careful he doesn't drop his king. Boom! Big check. Big check. He comes in with a check. My king goes to h6. He's going for a check over here. He's got this check, surviving, but I've got bishop e3. Should be a good ending. Oh, fuck. Move, move. Wow, playing so slowly. Okay, should be right now. It's a good pawn. It's a good pawn, that one. And it's going to land. Okay, good. Just going to quickly check on the cat because I heard the cat moving. Be back in a sec. So. Yeah, another tough game there. I mean, my opponent played pretty well, but I mean, I came back from that blunder, right? That was a big win. I needed to win that one to not drop too far down and not get a negative. I'll be on a negative score. So we're up to 3 out of 5. We're trying to aim for at least 8 points again. So we lost our 2 games, and this is where we need to get that run. Remember, the first 4 games, I always say, are one part of the tournament. Next 4 games very important. So 3 out of the next 3 is what we're going for. Yeah, I'm out of breath. I'll just run up and down the stairs. God, dear. And what was the accuracy there? Well, not a great game, but you can see it really turned around. I just did my best to stay in the game, and my opponent got nervous, the kind of thing I do. And he obviously blundered around this point, and I actually had a much stronger way to play after king f1. Oh, I could have just taken this rook. Yeah, it's so easy afterwards. I mean, you get fixated on one move, your time's ticking down, you play that move, and this move is winning. You see a winning idea. I don't think this is actually a big blunder. I mean, this move is a better way to win, but the way I played it is always winning. It's always +3 for me. And if you see one way to win, it doesn't matter. What's the difference between one way of winning and another way of winning? It's like, you know, what kind of lottery do you want? Do you want 100 million or 120 million lottery win? Well, obviously 120, but, you know, 100 million, I'll take it anyway, right? You know, I'll take anything. And it was, yeah, just a very, very up and down game, yeah? I mean, the blunder I made earlier on, I mean, whenever you see a free pawn, you should think about it a bit more than like 2 seconds, right? And this was like, it's a kind of a baby's blunder. And even though it's funny, the computer even here when I'm exchanged down only gives me as being 1 pawn down. But this move, knight takes e4, it's just a Muppet move, is what I call it. A move that a Muppet would play, and I'm a Muppet in this case. You know, I need to just, I've got a better pawn structure, more pawns in the centre. I think the opening's been a success. Just put a queen on c7, connect your rooks. This move, oh my god. I mean, and then why didn't I take that knight off? This is like double Muppetry. I was so annoyed that I missed this move. I'm forgetting that I can take pieces. Like the first rule you learn when, you know, you're in your mother's womb, when you look at the chessboard, take pieces. And I can just take that knight off. I mean, I don't necessarily want to give up this bishop, and I think in the dragon players get very connected and they get very attached to their pieces, right? They're like, oh, I love you pieces. If I could marry my dragon bishop and have little dragon bishop babies, I would. Give me little dragon bishop babies. I'm not going to give you up for anything, my baby. But then you have to. In life. You have to give them up. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this modern Reti. Let's see if we can have more luck in this game with it. I want to practice it more. I mean, it's really weird. I think in life, whenever you try something new in life, you do something new, you've got to expect that things will go badly for a while. Does that kind of make sense? So I think, you know, sorry, I've got to think here. I think this is normal to expect that things will go badly if you try something new. And it's like with an opening, right? With a new opening, I think you've got to expect that, or an opening you may be not as comfortable with, and that's probably this opening. I'm not as comfortable with it. That you've got to expect for a while until you get more used to it and you learn it, that things are not going to go like 100%, right? You've got to learn it. You've got to, you know, it takes a while to really master, I should say. And I'm saying that, and I'm just like, what the hell am I doing here? Do I swap off that bishop? Do I not? I don't know. It seems like an idea, but you know, I'm a little bit concerned with this one as well. Yeah, okay. We'll do this. Now, I want to get the knight here. Don't think there's anything wrong with my opponent going g6 and stopping that idea. Then my knight might look a little bit silly. Am I playing g3? Because now the light square bishops are exchanged. My light squares are okay. Well, I think I should put this here now, right? It's only a small term thing because he's going to kick it away. And how do we play this position? Okay, well, the standard idea is a minority attack. This is one position that should really be known. So I'm going to go for the minority attack. Not entirely happy how this has gone. I've got knight g3 as a tempo gainer in a lot of lines, so we'll do that now. I do want to play this move, so this is what we're trying to do, to try and make this pawn weak. Now, if he goes c5, will this pawn be a weakness? I reckon so. So we're going to carry on with a minority attack. But he does have this square. That's a really good square. Don't like that square. So maybe I'm going to have to put my knight on d2. So I'm making room for my knight to come to d2. Don't like what I'm doing here at all. Because even when I take this, he's going to go b5 and get a very nice passed pawn. This has gone wrong. Gone wrong again. Playing this very badly. It's not the end of the world, but okay, of course he goes here. And I think now, I think I should be aiming to get a knight to c5 because I'm just taking this knight, improving his structure. I mean, maybe I can play that, but it doesn't fill me a lot of confidence. I mean, it's not the end of the world, this, but I certainly haven't got an advantage. And this is a good aggressive move by my opponent. So do we try and get rid of that knight? And okay, I will do. I will get rid of that knight. That knight just looks too scary. I'm hoping there's no tactics here. Maybe he can build him. Oh fuck yeah, he's coming in. So I have to play here. I have to swap off that knight. I have to get rid of this one. Okay, now I want to get some defense around my king. So I'm going to give myself the option of bringing the queen around to defend. Okay, let's put it here. And where is my counterplay? This one, and he's coming here. Still quite scary for me. I need to do something, right? b5, try to take here. He's building up nicely. Okay, so I need to try and create some counterplay because my king side is certainly quite weak. Here. Queen here, he goes queen g4. I don't see how that helps me. Now I can go here, but he's going to get two connected passed pawns, so I think I need to... A bit smelly here. Takes, bishop takes here. takes, rook takes. Hopefully I've got them covered at the moment. And I'm just doing my best to create counterplay. I think I'm doing the right thing. And the right thing is, like, you're not particularly happy with your position, but you can't just defend passively. I've got my queen over to defend. I can't defend any other way. I've just got to create counterplay. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. Create counterplay on the queen side. Get the rook in. Try to pressurize this pawn. Okay, now, is there a tactic? Here I've got queen takes. Here I've got here. And I've got, I mean, I might want to get one more piece defending, like a rook on b2, a bishop here to defend e3. But I can't see. I mean, king here. Okay, so now I did say I want to put my rook here, right? So let's put it there. Maybe, okay. And he's gone defensive. Very happy that he's gone defensive here. So let's hit that weakness on d5. And take the open files. Keep some pressure on his clock. This is a weakness. It's a positional weakness, d5. We're hitting that weakness. We should win that weakness now. But his c-pawn is not to be underestimated here. So we need to get behind his passed pawn. He's doing the same. Okay, take. Okay, I'm trying to think, but I'm not thinking. Okay, e4. I want to get my queen to defend that one. That's the way to play, right? Okay, can take the pawn with check, but I thought I had a good way to defend this, but rook h8 suddenly scares the hell out of me. I can move the king back, but rook h8. Queen here, he takes it. f3 comes in. Well, this is going to be a draw, isn't it? But king here, rook here. Is there any way I can play that? Can't see how I'm going to play that. Check. So risky doing this. I might just get mated, but okay, we'll do it. Fuck it. Okay, I'll try. Okay, we're going to play for a win, obviously, because that's what life's about. Playing for wins in drawn positions. He's going for the queen exchange. Obviously a dead draw. Keep some pieces on. I mean, if he offers a draw, I'll take it, you know. It's what I'm thinking. But, you know, I don't know how many risks I'm taking here. Yeah, I mean, let's just take the draw. I just take the draw. Check me, I'll come back. I don't know why I'm playing this on. Okay, tough game, but I mean, I should obviously. I don't know. I won the pawn there, and it was looking like it was going great. And now I can still get 8.5, but I can't lose a game now. If I lose a game, I can't beat my record score of that. So what are we, about halfway through the tournament now? So I've got to play better. I mean, didn't really get anything from the opening, but then it seemed like we managed to outplay him a little bit. We played quite well in the middle part, and yeah, the accuracy. You can see, like, you know, I got a bit of a smelly position around about here. I was very scared here. But then we got right back into the game. And this is where I missed a great opportunity, apparently. And I could win a pawn now. How can I win a pawn here? What was better than what I played? King g2 looks normal. Well, how can I win a pawn here? Let's go and have a look. So, move 34. And we'll go straight there because that's where it started to heat up. No, we won't. We're in with another game. Not much messing about today, which I like. And here, I haven't played e4 yet, so let's play e4. Now, we need to crush. We've played too much positional shit today. I mean, I haven't managed to sacrifice pretty much anything yet. So we need to sacrifice. Now I'm going to play my dodgy wing gambit again. Ecuador. I do not many chess players in Ecuador because I like this move, and he's played here, which is interesting. I'm not aware of this French defense, so we're going to go for this line. This line is the popular line nowadays. It's the Hector variation, and this is one of the safest ways of black playing. And I did analyse this position with Richard Palliser in my e4 gambit course, but again, my memory is atrocious. Take with a pawn or take with a queen? I think take with a pawn, and I guess I'm claiming an advantage here because I've got slightly better pawn structure, but it's not much, is it? And do we swap queens here, or do we play with a little bit more ambition? Takes here, his king comes out. Fuck, I mean, I'm trying to sack, but like, I ain't sacking nowhere, am I? What is this? What's going on today? This is like positional chess. Come on. Where are the sacks, my friend? Where are the sacks? Okay. We're going to have to play positional chess, aren't we? There's nothing really going on. And I don't know where this bishop is best placed, but it's not that exciting. We're playing... Okay, so he's coming to do something over there. I'm happy about that. And I'm just going to play on the queen side, play on the open file. Because I'm happy he's done that, because if he... I mean, it gives the position something, right? Now, maybe I do want to swap the queens off, but this move is going to open up his bishop, isn't it? So maybe f4. So I don't want this bishop coming to life. And now I've closed that bishop down. I'm happy. Now I'm going to try to exchange queens because I feel in the ending is the way I want to play this, actually. Because this bishop, again, I'm claiming is bad. I can also switch that bishop off now. But let's continue playing in standard fashion. This pawn, will it be a weakness later on? That's what I'm trying to think. Now, do I play this one and rely on my dark square bishop? Could be getting a very boring game there. Do I come in and take this one and try to win that? Not going to be easy, that, is it? I'm going to go for this move. I say very... I'm a bit concerned that he's going to take everything off and go rook c8. Now, can we win this? Because we've got this pawn, yeah? This is a dangerous pawn if I ever get my king in. Now, rook c7. Might as well get the pawn as near as I can, right? Okay, let's get the pawn as near as we can. Because effectively that is an extra pawn. As long as I keep it on a dark square, I can defend it. So we're coming in, and my king has this way to come in on the king side, and eventually this way to come in. Okay, check. Okay, let's go this way. And obviously don't want to lose this pawn. So do I come over here? And he will try to go here and b6 then. Now if he comes here... I think I should have kept my pawn on d6 because it's much easier to defend with a bishop there. Didn't realise this pawn's... Okay, this must be a mistake. This 100% must be a mistake because now we can certainly apply a bit of pressure because my king can come this way now. f6 is a bit weak. And does my king now try to come in on the other side? Now he can go here, so... Oh, well, let's see. Let's see if this can go anyway. He's going to have to go here, but then I can get eventually... Okay, so he's given up this pawn. But now, again, we can try to think which way our king comes in. Not going to be easy here to make any progress. So come over here, he comes over here. Come over here, he comes over here. This is good defense, actually. Well, let's see. Let's see. I mean, not... Just see if I can make him crack. I think it is a draw, but we can just see if we can try to make him crack. Now, one thing you generally want to do in opposite colour bishop endings if you're trying to win is force your opponent to put his pawns on the same colour square as your bishop. Now, it is a risky way to play, but the idea is that those pawns will become catchable later on. I went to play b4 there because I didn't want him getting his king more active. That was just a little mouse slip, but okay. I'm gonna... I think I have to come this way again, right? Okay, so he's come here. Ah, it's a good move because it blocks my king. It's going to be a draw now. Too many bloody draws today. What the hell is up, you know? Too many draws. Too many draws. And I can't ever get in now. Ever get in this position. A4 would be good. Yeah, too many draws. Okay. Yeah, I was pushing in this ending, but he did defend well, right? I mean, come on, don't try to flag me because there's better things to do in life. A little bit disappointing again, that ending. I really thought I was making progress there, but we couldn't break him down. All the games today, it's like watching, you know, I don't know. Who's the most boring chess player of all time? I was going to try to quote him, but there's not really such a thing as a boring chess player because everyone's got their individual styles. I mean, it's like, yeah, this Title Tuesday, it's not far on the board. It's more like, paper mache on the board, watching paper dry. And we need to now, I think, win the next 4 games to get to 8 again. So, okay, we can do it. We're going to match that 8. But that was a little bit disappointing again that we couldn't grind out a win. And it's a. I mean, look at that. Look at the quality of that game. I mean, what can you say? High 97% there, and I think we both did play quite well. But I really thought I could have put more pressure on in that ending. And let's go back there, and this is where if I can get my king over here or over here, there's winning chances. But the problem I have, obviously, this is a draw. Because he can just cover that. If my king goes this way, his king goes this way to meet it. If my king goes this way, his king goes this way to meet it. His bishop always defends my pawn. It's an extra pawn, but I need to get my king, like, to b8. Or I need to get it to g7 to win. And there's not really anything I can do with my pawns. Now, maybe what I should have done is try to arrange h3, takes, king takes. Because then I'd have a pawn push. You need a pawn push in this position. And then in that situation, I might be able to arrange some g4 pawn push at a later moment, my king on g5. But it didn't... I tried to go this way. This didn't help. But there's really nothing I can do, is there? Because I don't have a pawn push. And b6... I thought it might be an error because he puts his pawn on a bad square, but it's not really, is it? Maybe now I should come back. Now I think my best chance would be to switch sides, because if his king comes this way, b6 is a little bit of a weakness. So maybe this move is best. And if he, let's say he follows the computer's top choice, well, can't I now come here and my king comes in? The computer doesn't always understand these positions. Let's see what the computer's doing. h5, okay, I come here. h4. Well, now I get now I win this pawn, right? And this is This is really not clear. Still a draw, but I can get past H pawn. So this would have been the way to play. A4 mistake. A4. My last chance to win this ending is now to go here, because let's say he tries to put his king. Like, let's say he brings it the same way. Well, this one could be target now. So let's say we get some structure like this where he has to sort of wait. I don't know. I'm just going to put a move on the board. Now this one I can go for. So let's say I come here. He waits. I come around. He waits, and at some point we get this position. Of course, a draw, but I can get a passed pawn now by coming back with a king over here and get a passed A pawn. Of course, all these lines are drawn, but you've got to make it as tough for your opponent as possible. It's hardly the fireworks that... oh, shit. That was lucky. I thought I was losing on time here. So we need to win 4 out of 4. Place your bets now, boys and girls. Can we win the last 4 and make this tournament... Can we make it okay again? So, another tough challenge here. We're playing PavelChernomordik. And this is where I've got to remember my theory. Luckily, I've played this line as white now. And you've got to rely on some D5 moves here. So, if E5, you often go D5. This is something to remember. And I'm still going to try to go for this move at the right moment. So, you've got to be careful. Castle's D5, I think, actually loses. But now if I play D5 here, this seems to be a tempo waste. You've got to watch out for some tactics with this one. But okay, this should be now good for me because I've got a big centre. If we go here, he plays F3. My bishop comes back. Do we just develop otherwise? Let's just sensibly develop. Get castled. Not worried about doubling my pawns because I can do some D3 stuff. Bit passive move, but we do need to develop in chess. Okay, he's going for this pawn. That might be an idea, but it also seems a tad greedy, no? I mean, even C4 stopping that is not crazy. Seems that okay. I'm going to sack that pawn and go for development. I mean, if he really wants that pawn, he can have it. But I'm hoping I've got great development because I can see a situation where he grabs that pawn. And my bishop comes to d6, and I've got some big attacking ideas here. Let's do it. So, queen coming over here, rook coming over here. My knight and bishop are good. Oh, all for one pawn, and he's a bit discombobulated. So, this is a little bit like a Marshall gambit, and now my queen coming in makes a hell of a lot of sense, I feel. So, let's fly that one in. He can't castle because it's checkmate now. And maybe I can get a rook here and get my bishop in as well. This is more fun, at least. We haven't sacked anything so far, and now we're at least trying to sack. So do I put the rook here, or am I just going to try to launch this guy? Rook here, followed by bishop g4. I feel. I don't know. I mean, f5, f4 looks okay, tempting, doesn't it? Okay, let's go. Let's go here. It's a bit quicker. Bishop g4 is my idea, using the pin. I'm just playing with my pieces here. The other idea was king h8, because I need to get out of the pin, and then use the f-pawn to attack. Okay, so bishop g4, I think I'm going to play, because we want to keep the pieces coming in. Now, queen a4, probably normal. And then do we have some crazy shit there? Crazy shit. Do we have bishop here? Crazy. Feels like there's something brewing here. This one. There's something there's something in this position. I don't know what it is, but there's something. Bishop f4, knight f5 is kind of a bit, probably just good but boring way to win. Bishop f4 I like though, because I like going forwards. Come on, in we go. If he takes, I take here. We're using the pin on here. G3, I slip the baby into f3. If he castles, I've got queen h2. Shakmat! And this is more like it. We love it when we can sack a piece or two. Well, we haven't actually sacked a piece. We've just sacked one little measly pawn. Who cares about the measly little guys, eh? We don't want them. Oi, pawn, give yourself away. That's kind of supposed to be Pink Floyd, but with the lyrics not really working there. Oh, look at this. This is kind of like arrow damage to your opponent's king. The flying beauties eyeing up the weaknesses, probing away, getting into the cracks and the crannies. Okay, so he's defending like a diggity dog. Oi! No! Checkmate is coming, but where? Oh, come on. Can't see the checkmate. Ah. Okay, we'll start with this. I want this move, but can I play this? Can I play this? I'm getting a bit too carried away here, aren't I? Okay, let's do this. I'm not going backwards. I'm not moving my knight backwards. We're not doing that. And the idea takes check. I just refuse to go backwards in life. And this is my idea. And I know he's got extra material, but he's discombobbed. This checkmate is a major problem for him. He's discombobulated here. As in, he's got major material gains, but his pieces don't seem to be coordinating. I'd like to have a bit more time on the clock, of course. Rook here. Okay, well now I can start taking some bits off. And looking very good now. Got a lot of pawns as well, haven't I? Which is juicy. Don't get back spanked. Don't you even think about it, you cheeky little monkey. Why did I push it one square? Don't lose on time as well. That'd be not fun. We enjoyed this game, so let's not lose on time. And I'll take away the e5 square. Let's give him a check. Okay, well, the winning pieces all over the shop here. I'm very slow, aren't I? I mean, I can't move quicker than that was more like it. Come on, we're going for our 4 out of 4. We're going for an 8 out of 11 again. So we just need to win the next 3. Well, I enjoyed that one. That was fun. That was just flow. That was like Morphe, the spirit of Morphe. Gave me a little drink. Came through my body. Let those vibes flow. Forwards. Sacrifice. Never go backwards. And going backwards is for wimps. And basically wimps. Always attack. That's the way to do it. No, we must have missed some other wins there. But we were always doing alright. And look, 84%. Clearly we missed a better win around here, but we still played some sexy ass chess, didn't we? So, okay, so let's have a look. My opponent was very greedy there, and this is what happens when you fail to not give your king the respect that your king deserves, because kings, you know, you gotta give him respect. And here, Bishop G4 straight away. But I don't know. Let's have a look. I kind of like the way I played it. Because we get this tremendous attack. I'm happy here. He puts his knight in a good solid square, but my queen comes in. And now king here may have been a better move. Or as the computer gives, just slowly bishop d7. But rook e8 is one of the top choices. Good move. And now the bishop flies in. And is there a better way to play this? Rook takes e3. Well, I was thinking about that. Because we have knight c2 check. unfortunately, at this point of the game, I'm only looking on this area of the board. And bishop f4, well, it's fine. It's still coming in like Flynn. And this is where I spent ages, because I was trying to work out, is bishop here, king here, knight f3 winning? And now I can clearly see that it is. But because of queen g5. So why didn't I play that? I mean, I played a winning idea, but I was looking at this for a long time. And you know why I got my move order back to front. I wanted to play here, bishop takes f3, e3, or something, I don't know what piece, something takes e3. And then I wanted to play knight f3 check. And I wanted to somehow get through to the king, because I assumed it's very exposed. But actually, I was suddenly like, this check, he goes king f2, because he's now got the f2 square. And that actually leaves me in a bit of a tragic situation. But the way I can win this in a much cleaner way is obviously knight f3. And this is why I wanted to play. I wanted to play this and just queen g5, but I didn't appreciate the fact that his knight can't move. So this is why I'm not a top player, because I just can't calculate that one move further, right? You know, in chess, you need to calculate as far as you can. And in this situation, it's just one move further that I'm lacking in my calculation. I mean, the way I played it looked very nice as well, and it is winning. And it is like that thing, do you want to win 1 million or do you want to win 2 million? Well, this way I'm winning 1 million, because it's still completely crushing this idea. But it gives us some chances. And this is the kind of move which looks very attractive, right? Because you're throwing all the wood into the fire. And after here check, he probably realised he can't go king g1 because queen e1 is checkmate. And this position I assumed was winning, even though he's material up. He is, if you count the points, he's points up. But look at his discombobulation. And after rook e8, which is one of the top moves, my queen and rook are coordinating so well against a lone king. I just felt there's no way he can possibly defend this situation. Bishop e3, queen f4, wins the bishop. And after it, he plays this one. Well, queen here, I'm threatening checkmate. He played the best defense. My rook comes in. And now it says he's got to go back. But this is clearly just losing for him. He's going to be losing everything. And after he goes this way, well, this is actually a much better move, but this can't be bad. And he's still completely lost here, right? And I've got material advantage here. And the computer, I don't understand why the computer only gives us a +2 advantage to me. It's much higher than that. It's completely over this position for him. So I think even though I didn't find the route 1 moves in the game, that was still quite a nice game. And that I haven't actually looked at the scores throughout this. We've had some quite long games this time. Puts us into a pretty decent of 5. I say decent. I mean, we're not up there with the top guys this time. But if we win the next 3, and the next 3 games should happen pretty quickly, we can get to our 8 points. So that's what we're going for. Can I do it? Can I get 3 out of 3? Come on. Anyone got the faith? You gotta keep the faith. Faith. What was that? That sounded like a drunken Bon Jovi who's had 40 cigarettes singing. Gotta keep the faith. Faith. that is tar-ridden throat Bon Jovi there. I remember that song as a kid. Not sure if I like Bon Jovi. He's all right, you know. He's not really my hard rock kind of style, but he's got some quite addictive little songs, hasn't he? He's basically like a PG version of Guns N' Roses or something, you know. He's like the kind of Guns N' Roses your mum would like you to listen to, rather than Axl Rose, like, you know, smashing someone or smashing something, whether it's whatever. So now we're back on the CBD for these last 3 games. Is there any games we can have a look at? Okay, no, it's quite funny. If we look at the standings, it's quite amusing, because Hikaru made this comment the other day, didn't he? Like, I've got there's nothing really, you know. He made quite a ridiculous comment, but I understand why he made it. It was like, I don't feel any pressure at all on the candidates to win it, because I've achieved a lot more with my online viewers and my online streaming than being world champion. I mean, like, I think he said, like, you know, being world champion, it doesn't really matter as much to me as what I'm doing more than that already. And it's quite an interesting debate for conversation. Has he you know, would you? I mean, of course, he'd rather be world champion. He's talking kind of shit because he clearly would rather be world champion and, you know, be a multi-millionaire person who probably makes, you know, tens of thousands a week, playing chess online, chatting to people with no stress and no worry. Actually, now I think about it, I'm talking shit, aren't I? I mean, but I think it's a way to relieve the pressure of his situation, especially as Magnus said that he thinks Hikaru hasn't got a better chance of becoming world champion as of now. This could be Hikaru's best ever chance of becoming world champion, and he started quite slowly, but let's remember in the candidates there's a long way to go, and you know, he just needs to get a bit of a roll going. He's an incredibly strong player, and I think as Daniel said, the reason he's made that comment is because he you know, he basically wants to take the pressure off. There's so much pressure at that level, right? And you see me, I get freaked out playing some blitz chess online. Imagine you're playing for a place in the World Championships. You know, you gotta. This is why chess is so beautiful yet so brutal, and this is probably why we love it. Yeah, it's kind of sadomasochistical, brilliant game in some ways. Like, it's brutal in the way you play a small mistake, you ruin everything. Your tournament, your game, you're in a bad mood. But you know, if you can hold it together and play a good game, that hard work makes it feel tremendous. It makes you feel brilliant. It's like a phenomenal achievement. So it's really a game like anything else because of that pressure and that achievement which you deserve after winning a good fight. Really, that's my feelings of chess and why it grabs so many people's attention. It's such a rich game as well. Okay, now 3 rounds to go, as we sail by the wind, and hopefully the next one will start soon. And we say that, oh, this is a tough game. We've got Gadakamsky. Fuck me. Okay, let's go for this setup again. And we're getting some tough games today, but let's see what we can do with our Reti opening. So we'll switch the move order up. We'll play c4. Gadakamsky, I've got a hell of a lot of respect for. One of the best players in the world. Just generally have a hell of a lot of respect for Gada. And I'm gonna play e3, see what setup he wants. Very solid player. So am I playing the right system to meet him with this? Well, don't know. We're playing a kind of Reti pawn here. Okay, so he's going for this move now. I think the rule I made in my chessboard course is you take there, just see what they're doing. And I'm not going to play d4 too soon now because I realised I maybe only want to play d4 when they play c5. And so queen c2 and d4. Well, that's the wrong square. Do we just put our bishop on a sensible square now? Yeah, let's do that. I should have put the knight there. See, I'm like when I play top players, I just like my brain goes a little bit because this is not what I recommend at all in my courses. And now we've got a rather boring position, and I don't recommend this stuff at all. I don't know why I'm playing like this now. My bishop here, I don't give this in any of my courses. I'm going to put it, I'm a bit frustrated with the way I'm playing this. I'm going to put it on a better square. Let's put it here and just play normal moves. And let's now maneuver this knight. This is the kind of setup which I recommend in my chessboard course because you get these nice ideas. But I've lost a couple of tempo doing this. But okay, life goes on. I'm not going d4, so I don't want to block this bishop this time around. Don't want to necessarily block this one in. If you go c5, I might go d4. And Gada playing his usual good and solid ideas. So he is getting ready for this one. Just waiting to see what I'm going to do. Because now this bishop's not so great, no? Okay, I'm going to play this. It has to be done at some point. Only because I can see I have this idea. And I need to... And also I can see maybe I can target that one. Very much more positional today than I've been ever in my life. I'll kick this away or play f4. All the pieces remain on the board, which is good because it means we can attack. Knight c6 is positional threat. f3, another idea, kicking that one away. Let's get rid of that one. It's a pain in the arse. And I want to play f4 and checkmate. Okay, fuck it. We're going in. We're going in. Because I can only... I mean, that's probably not the right, again, positional plan, but sometimes you've just got to play chess. Quite a weird position. Queen here. If he takes here, he opens up his king a lot. Rook here and sacrifice the hell out of the position, and he takes here. Wow, it seems like it should be a tactic here, but... Take here. Okay, let's go for this. If he takes here, I'm hoping to release the pieces of doom. He's got these pieces not playing, so and if he goes here, which is expected, this one's annoying. h4. Do we just play here? Takes. Really interesting position. I'd love more time, but I don't have it. h4. Queen here then? Don't want that. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice because I'm giving up this piece to try and bring this bishop in. Defend here, so rook g4 is an idea. So rook g4 is my main idea without allowing queen takes e3. And if he takes, I'm taking with the pawn and the position just goes mental. I've got rook f1, I've got to watch out for knight d2, but it's very intriguing because his pieces, again, I'm trying to do this while he's got some traffic jam on the queen side. Okay, he got a bit scared there. Understandably, he's playing me. And now I want to keep sacrificing. Got to watch out for this knight d... Oh, fuck, my time. Oh, man. And I've allowed him to swap queens because I freaked out there. Okay, let's keep playing quickly. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm just falling apart there. This is what annoys me. You know, I play a good game and I look at my clock and it's like actually still pretty good for me, no? So I'm shutting up because the position is still very interesting. Got to play for a win. fuck. Oh my god. Get in there! Come on! Kamsky! Oh, that's the way we're gonna rock and roll. That's the way we're gonna rock and roll. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that feels good, man. Kamsky is a legend of the game. Done so much in chess. Much better player than me. Understands the game, but we fucking beat him. Good stuff. So that is good. I'm happy about that. And the game was very interesting, right? It was a really exciting game. It started quite calmly, but then we managed to build up on the king side, got an attack going. He managed to then defuse that from when my time started going. I managed to refocus myself, which I'm not able to do very often, and just yen it in. Zen it in, I think I'm looking for. Who the fuck is yen? And happy days. Now, it's not going to be a very high review because it was very exciting. And generally exciting games, quite low accuracy. But you can see there, even when I got very negative about my position, I'm doing all right. And look, I'm missed a win here. There must have been a win. So this is where I had 32 seconds, and I was thinking about knight takes here. I was thinking about, I mean, his position looks so weak. And look at this move. Oh, yes, I know that is brilliant. Thank you. Ignoring my knight. I did play some brilliant moves because, you know, sometimes it happens, right? Okay, but let's have a look here because we still want to get to 8 points. We still can win the next 2 games, especially after that nice little booster. And how do we? No, we don't want game review anymore, do we? So I just want to have a look. And this is where I could play more positional, right? After knight g5, I don't have to give him this square. Maybe I can just play like the computer says, you know, some maneuvering, take my time. But I thought, sod it. I've got a rook. I've got a knight here. Let's attack. Because I wouldn't do this if his knight was over on f8. Because his king would be... I probably would, actually. I'm lying. But he'd be better defended if his knight was over there. But his knight's on the wrong side of the board. And now this move I really like. Because I've got a simple idea of bringing the guns in. And now this, I think, was very, very nice. Because the point is, if he took here, my idea was to take here, check. Now, he'd like to normally hide on the dark squares. This would be a normal defensive mechanism because he hides behind my pawn. But I can open up another son of a gun and I can go d takes e5. And in this position, well, I didn't calculate anymore, but it's clear to see that we're rolling. Another tough game now. We've got a 28-37. Did I lose this guy before? Quite possibly. We've got 2 games to go. We can get to 6 points if we can. I'm going to play French defense. I'm mixing it up. And I haven't played this for a long time. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to go win-aware. This is one of my old openings. And he plays this. Now, knight c6 is an interesting variation. Wish I could remember. Okay. He's playing he's very quick, this guy. Which is a bit disconcerting. Now, I'm trying to make him play e5. I don't know why I'm trying to make him play a good move. And I'm going to now try to break with f6, which is one of your main breaks in the French defense. I want a castle, and I'm hoping to expel his center with this move. If I didn't have f6 here, I'd be positionally lost. But f6 is trying to... so let's castle first, and I want to play f6 and blow the position up and checkmate him, because then his king may be weak. Okay, so he's played here. And... so f6 he takes here. This is the point of his play. And I've got to play f6. Okay, let's throw the queen over anyway. This is a good move. But maybe I should have played f6 move before. Because he's making it hard for me to play this move now. Can we sack? Well, we can, but it's shit. Can we do a shit sack, Simon? Now, again, f6 is the move I really want to play. What else are we doing here? this one. He takes here. Maybe we push for this, but then here. No, I don't like it. I mean, is this anything, or is it really just make believe? I really want to play f6, but I can't see how I'm going to play it. Here on f6, no. Even then, I'm not threatening f6. Got to play f6. Otherwise, I got no. Okay, I don't like this move. Here, takes. Here. Okay, spent far too long there playing this rather crappy move. I want to, even if it means me sacrificing, I have to play it. But am I really going g5 is the other idea, but I'm not fully believing opening my king like this. Should have played f6 before allowing his knight here. Okay, well let's take this knight because now f6 is back on. Yeah, this is the problem, putting my king on a bad square. Okay, I'm going to come back. Didn't like it. He can win a pawn. Yeah. Disappointing in this game. I mean here, okay. I thought I might have this move here with this check. I thought he should take the other pawn, but then maybe there's some play. But this actually gets quite murky, right? I don't understand this move because Queen e4 is clearly an option. Okay, so this is the point. And we've got bishop d3. Well, let's develop. We got some development now. Again, f6. Got to open his king up before he gets castled, I feel. So f6 is on the agenda. Interesting position again here. Should I have gone? No, okay, too late. f6 next move, and he can maybe get castled. So, but then okay, f6. I've got my play. My pieces are now settled, and I'm opening it up. So I'm happy. I can win a pawn back if he gives me a chance as well. Maybe he should just go bishop g2 and give that pawn. That's probably what I would do here. I wouldn't be too concerned about this little pawn because he's got the two bishops. I think it's risky for him to allow me to open up the center. But okay, so here. Well, let's grab that one now. Why not? Give me a bit of time on the clock. Why didn't I go there first? Okay. Bishop here. Is this a move? To try and discombob. Ah, Diesel's out the window. How can he tell I'm streaming Critical Game? Hello, Diesel. I've got Charlie downstairs. You might be able to hear Diesel. I can't let you in, Diesel. This is a key moment of a key game. Sorry, mate. I know. Okay, next move. My knight comes around here. I don't know if you can hear the cat at my window trying to get in to say hello, but I haven't seen much of the cats today. Right, what the hell is that move? Wow. That's knight here playable. Knight here playable. Oh, I wish I could calculate better. Or should I just move this knight? What's happening here? Let's take this one. Come back. Why didn't I also stop him castling? Lovely idea. He's going to castle next move. Nice idea. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, missed some opportunities here again, but okay, let's keep fighting. f6 probably a bit slow now, but I don't want to keep attacking as much as we can. Knight here, possible, isn't it? Looks a bit scary. Diesel, you have to wait, mate. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, no. Ah, damn it. Just at the end there, it's like, yeah, right. Very close, but... Oh, he just got in. I missed this rook c1. Alright, Diesel. You have to wait, mate. Oh, come on then. You can come in. I've got to check on cats quickly. I'll show you, Diesel. You want to come and say hello? You want to come and say hello? You can't stay for long, can you? Come here. Come on. Come on. You can say hello. Say hello, then we'll have to put you out the window again, won't we? Come on. There we go. He's a good boy. Hello. Are you going to say hello to the camera? Come on, say hello. Hello. There you go. You have to go out the window again. Don't fall down. Yes, we're not going anywhere here, are we? No. So this is not my cat. This is a neighbour's cat. I've got Charlie, the 21-year-old, who I'm going to take for a walk very soon. But we'll try to play the last game. We're just might have to put Diesel out the window before that game starts. I mean, it seemed like I was doing all right around some point, yeah. But what a messy game. So many complications. Let's just have a look at the game review, see if I missed any opportunities, which I'm sure we both did. And you can see, yeah, look at this. I'm winning around here in this topsy-turvy game. And I thought I was winning here, but just this one move, knight takes d4, because he's got a threat, and I didn't realise how this was, so I should be playing h5 here, and then I'm just easily winning. If I had a little bit more time, I would just played this without thinking, because the point now is if rook c8, we can take it. Oh no, hang on a minute, rook c8 works, yeah? So what do I play here then? Okay, this is not easy to find. Queen h5. Okay, with the idea I've got this counter attack. This is beautiful. His rook can't move because I now come in to this square, and there's nothing he can do there. So this would have been the way to play it, to tie this rook up, and now his king is the one that's going to get mated eventually. h6 I'll probably play, so my king has this square, and I'm even threatening probably to give my rook up there. So yeah, all right, mate. You're going to have to go out again soon, aren't you? Because we've got one more game of chess left. We haven't got to 8 points this time. You're going to go out the window again? Are you? Yes, come on. I know you want to stay. Come on, it's a nice day outside. You go outside now. Come on, out you go. Come on, out you go. Come on, Diesel, out you go. I'll see you later. Goodbye, I'll see you later, Diesel. No, you stay there. And now I've got a very sad cat looking at me through the window. So give me the guilt trip. He's just staring at me like, why have you kicked me out? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me, Simon? You've kicked me out. That's not very nice, is it, Simon? Okay, and drama in the cat house. One more game to go. Let's try to get to 7 points, which is still a decent score. I mean, that game was within my grasp, and kind of feel like, you know, I'm just missing again a little bit of percentage, but I'm playing alright chess. Some of the games have been much more solid this week. I can play endgames if I need to. I mean, did I just outplay get a count skin in endgame? Maybe. No, I mean, it was just a free-for-all there, crap shot. But let's try to finish with a win. Hopefully we get the next game soon. Another thing I have signed up for, just, interestingly enough, I think, is I've actually signed up to a chess boxing fight, and it's actually the heavyweight chess boxing British title. I've got about 2.5 months to prepare for, which is going to be quite interesting. But I mean, one thing I've done recently is, you know, a lot of drama going on in life and ups and downs, more downs, is, you know, you've got to have something to concentrate on, and, you know, getting a bit fitter and finding something that is good for you mentally, you know, which has been boxing for me, has been very good. I'm not a good boxer at all. I've only been doing it like a year, 2 years, but training pretty hard down the gym and stuff at least, and just need to get some more sparring practice in. But that's going to be quite interesting. I'm sure it'll be live streamed. And it's nice to have a personal challenge. And I'm not really doing it for any reason. Like they did this big one in America, didn't they? Where all the boxers got paid a ridiculous amount of money. The chess players, you know, like 20,000, 30,000, I think. But I'm doing it for free, and it's more of like a little personal journey. And of course, there's some risk involved, but I'm not worried about that because there's risk crossing the road and loads of stuff. You know, friends die, family die, and you don't, you know, and you know, there's certain things that are risky. Life's risky, so fuck that. We don't care about that. But it's going to be interesting. So I'm doing chess boxing fight, like say 2.5 months. It's going to be on a farm in, that sounds like Snatch, on a farm in where is it? Somewhere on the east. So it's not in London. They're normally in London, and yeah, it'll be the end to quite an interesting little training journey. So we'll see how we go. We might embarrass ourselves terribly. I doubt it. I'll do my best. And I think just getting in the ring is a big achievement as well. Okay, well, we just had the French defence, and let's finish with a black line. We haven't had a black line. Oh, now this is actually quite a good way of playing against f4, because this pawn is actually a bit of a weakness, I feel. And okay, well, I'm very happy to sacrifice. So let's do that. Now, do I take with a pawn or do we continue developing? I'm just gonna sacrifice, and as I've said, but I don't know if I've got any compensation. Clearly, you can't castle because of this check. Do I have any compensation here? I don't know. Maybe not a great deal. But okay, that's life. And oh god. Why am I playing like an absolute baby in this game, guys? Okay. Compensation is somewhat lacking, I feel, here. But he can't castle at the moment. And I do have this check on h4, which I could have done last move. But I think I needed one more piece developed. Now this check is possible. And he still can't castle. Okay, this is some compensation. Now he wants to go here and castle, so we must play this move to control this one. The good thing about not having pawns is that you have open lines. You don't have to worry about them either, right? If you don't have pawns, you don't have to worry about not having pawns because, you know, you don't have any. Now he wants to play knight here. So let's... Okay, how do we do this? Okay, we have to open things up, because he's now done this. He's playing very quickly, which is fine. I've got to open it up. So let's move with the knight, and I've got this pawn break e4. So I don't care about... He's got 2 pawns. I have another bloody pawn. I don't care. I say that, and now I'm thinking, well, I'll probably do a little bit, because I don't see any compensation at all after this one. Okay, let's prepare this move as much as I can. His king's sitting here, though. Is this anything? This is probably just all bullshit, but okay, we will pursue. Let's fucking, you know, we've gone this far. I have another one. You know, now how many more pawns can we give? Is this playable? Takes queen c6, knight here check was the move I missed. I was hoping I could take here, and I really need to take this one and try, but there's nothing there, is there? Takes, knight takes, queen b4. Nothing. If I start going backwards, it just looks like Billio. Bullshit. Takes. I thought I had this one, but even that doesn't work for a number of reasons. It looks like drosh, this, doesn't it? It looks like drosh. Down now. Okay, well, this is a rather pathetic move, because I can't open him up now. You know, I mean, I needed to open up lines, and we'll have a look afterwards. That's probably my last chance of creating a lot of chaos. I certainly don't have enough for 3 pawns. I've got some, you know, don't get me wrong. There is some compensation here, because he moves this, I come in. I'm still aiming to take the knight and win this pawn. If I can do that, it's great. It's got c3. Yeah, this is a killer. Still make it as tricky as you can. And I'd love to take that knight off. Okay, covers that one. He's covering everything, isn't he? This one's coming as well. c3 comes. Yeah, okay. This is my worst game. I mean, this check might even just crush it as well. You know, many options, but many options. Okay, now we can't go back. We have to come in. Have to. Now his bishop can move. Got to keep knight d3. I mean, knight f6 looks like a very good move, right? Okay, now can we now take the opportunity to do this? If he takes, something, and that's what we want. Again, this move, I have to move my king, but at least this way I've got his rook on. So we're just, I mean, the thing is, when you got a losing position, when you literally you're playing with abandonness, like you just like b3 might be a good move here. Oh no, it's check. When you're playing with like freedom. Now this was the move I was scared about. You can give up stuff and not really care. It's quite nice. It's, in some ways, you know, you just get that released sense of like, I don't care because like I've lost everything. You know, it's like a kind of Buddhist thing, right? I've lost everything. I'm just going to keep, you know, doing what the flipping heck is this? I mean, what is this now? It comes here, right? It's knight. Or that's check, though, my friend. That is check. You sure you wanted to do that? What's happening here? Why did he do that? I mean, I think I've discombobulated him severely. And I have this one. And I have some checkmate ideas surely here as well. But this is the safest way to play. And unless I'm missing something, he should be just losing here, right? But we know what it's like to have my time handling. But it'd be nice to finish the 7 points. 7 points would be a great score for me. Let's not get too cocky. Queen here. Trying to simplify matters because that makes sense. And oh yeah, I forgot about this one. But okay, still winning, of course. Zugzwang, nearly. Now he's getting kicked back seriously. Queen has a lot of checks. Obviously, it's, you know, okay. Boom! Well, there we go. We finished with a solid 7. Quite fun. We beat Gatakamsky, so there were some highs. Remember to throw a like in, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much. I've got to rush to... The cats want walks, so I'm going to go and walk the cat. I will show you a picture one day. And, yeah, I mean, that last game, well, you know, it was just freedom! Make sure you like and subscribe.